Guys, welcome to the Shay Speaks Life channel where those cards gonna get you right channel. Look though, this will be a collective message. Guys, keep in mind that energy is fluid. This could have already happened in the past. This could be happening right now in the present or about to happen in the future. Take what applies and let the rest fly, you feel me? They said if it don't fit, then you must have quit. Okay. Anyway, moving on. I've already asked that my ancestors and spirit team go ahead and return back to sender any black magic or any negative energy sent this way. And so it be Ashe, Ashe. Okay, just period. Let's see what's going on here. Happy birthday to all of my Gemini gang and friends. Now let the read them again, okay? New moon in Gemini. Okay, let's see what's going on here, guys. You got an impersonator on your hands here getting some bad karma for trying to be like you, act like you, dress like you, copying you or something like that. All right, but somebody got sex shop in reverse, ego, don't want to hear it, and scarcity tactics. Okay, so look, I really feel like for a group of you with sex shop in reverse, you didn't decline somebody's offer, okay, to get that thing. Yeah, you said, I don't want it no more, and you hurt somebody's ego. Look. Not you didn't hurt somebody's ego and you don't want to hear it, you ain't got time for it. You're like, okay, that's this person here, I feel like is in the past for a group of you, which means you already done had that old thing, okay? And it looked like they want that old thing back, old Jaheim had that. Okay, anyway, moving on. I got scarcity tactics coming out. Let's see what's going on here though. Under sex shop in reverse. I really you told this person no. Okay, you declined them, you rejected them, I'm hearing. Okay. You didn't hurt their ego. Uh-oh. Yeah. They let their ego get in the way of the relationship. Look, you didn't kick them to the curb. I'm telling you. Because of their damn ego. Okay, this person used to do something like that, playing your face. Okay, and you kicked them to the curb. Because they act like they so egotistical, they can't even take accountability because they don't take any accountability. This is what they was telling you, I don't want to hear it or something like that. So every time you would come to them or something like that about an issue that you had about how you were feeling in the relationship, they would deny you. Okay, they would tell you they don't want to hear it. They were allowing their ego to get in the way instead of being a partner here. This is why you kick their ass to the curb, and this is why for a group of you, you decline to give them any more play, any more intimacy, any more sex, any more of that wet, any of that wood. You know what I'm saying? You was like, oh no, I'm good or something like that. Yeah, this person I feel like now for a group of you, their ego done gotten away and they use sex as a scarcity tactic. Who am I talking to? If you don't play into this person that you were with here, this your ex, if before you decided to kick them to the curb, if you didn't play along or get them what they wanted at that time, okay, they would use sex here, okay, withhold sex or something like that as an ego trip if they didn't get what they wanted here. Yeah, and you would be trying to tell them like how you were feeling, and they be like, I don't want to hear it because they knew what they were doing. They knew they were doing this on purpose or something like that. And so for a group of you, yeah, you kick their ass to the curb here. You stop having sex with them. You stop giving them some. Yeah, and they really was looking crazy. Okay, that I'm just saying. You kicked them to the curb here or something like that. I got into you wanting to come out sideways. I felt like, yeah, the reason why it came out on sideways and then in reverse, because I felt like with kick to the curb under sex shop, you weren't even sexually like attracted to this person any longer. Like I felt like for a group of you, y'all didn't have no good vibes no more. The thrill is gone. Wow, wow, wow. I felt like the thrill was gone between you guys or something like that. Yeah, it was like you wasn't sexually aroused by them at all. And this might have hurt their ego or something like that because you knew, I felt like for a group of you, you knew they had other stuff going on. Or I feel like if you withheld sex from them here, it was because they were out there and you knew they was being promiscuous out there in the streets here, okay? And so you held back here for your safety here. Yeah. You felt like at one point in time where y'all had chemistry, this person pulled back, they started to shift, you know what I'm saying? And you like, whoa, You starting to shift here. We normally got our own little routine or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you had to kick them to the curb here. Tell me about ego. Yeah, I'm telling you, kick them to the game over. Woo, 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 woo. Game over. Flip, 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 flip. Game over. Okay, just you that hurt their little ego, baby. You said since you want to withhold affection, I feel like this is part of their scarcity tactics. They normally work with everybody else before them. They'll play this little game in the hot and cold game and give you affection and then pull back affection or give you sex and then don't give you no sex, give you attention and don't give you attention when they come in the bedroom. You was like, I don't do hot and cold, baby. Either you hot or cold, in or out, baby. We not doing no hopscotch or something like that. And you declare game over on them since they want to try to use intimacy or sex as a scarcity tactic here. You gamed over on them. Okay, I don't know what they thought this was. Right under ego. You hurt their little ego, baby. When you gamed over, when you walked their ass out, peace out. When you ran away, look, you ran away from this person. This person been doing these damn scarcity tactics. I'm telling you, long before they got with you, and it had been working up until they met you, boo boo. Okay, when you declaimed game over and you ran away from their egotistical ass, she was like, "Oh no, I'm not about to stroke your ego here. Okay, I'm not like the lower vibrational feminines that you used to dealing with. I'm not used. Yeah, I'm not that one. I'm not her or something like that, or I'm not him or something like that. I ain't like them other ones or something like that. Yeah, you ran away from this person's ego here, not from the person themselves, but it was their ego was so damn big, it was enormous here that they couldn't hear anything. They wouldn't wasn't open enough to even listen to learn anything new or to even grow here. Because you couldn't tell this person. So he said, all right, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Okay, I got police jumping out of here in reverse. Okay. What else? Tell me about police in reverse. And don't want to hear it. Maybe some of you guys were arguing. I feel like the arguing would get too bad, so bad that you'd be like, "Am I gonna call the police or something like that?" Or the police may have been threatened to be called before or something like that. Let me see. Tell me about police in reverse and don't want to hear it. Bad reputation. Oh wow. Somebody who has a bad reputation here of calling the police here. It's like getting the police involved or something like that. That's why it's under don't want to hear it. I felt like for a group of you here under bad reputation, this person who was egotistical, maybe you tried to tell this person here. You tried to tell them something about someone who has a bad reputation that they end up having to call the police on, or creating some type of boundary or getting some type of what is it, protective order or something like that. I felt like for a group of you, you tried to tell this person about somebody who they were connected to, who had a bad reputation here, who get around, who's a thief, steal, kill, destroy, whatever they got to do. I felt like what the police had got involved at some point in time with somebody who had a bad reputation, and I felt like you tried to tell this person that who they were connected to was not it, poo poo. And if they were going to stay connected to this person, they're going to have a bad reputation too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You get this person to the curb because they want to be connected sexually to other, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Other energies or entities that had bad reputations here. Yeah, they didn't have a good moral code, moral ethics or character, you know what I'm saying, about themselves, a moral compass or something like that. And they've been, like I said, they've been getting away with this for so long. I felt like for a group of you, you didn't know this person, your ex here, had a bad reputation here. You didn't know that's how they conduct themselves here. You didn't know that. And you would try to speak up. This is why they didn't want to hear it because they knew how they were here. Mm. Wow. Okay. Tell me about scarcity tactics. Yeah, fulfilling a fantasy. Yeah, that's what this person wanted to do with you. They wanted to fulfill a fantasy to keep you there, right? To keep you held down here, to keep you in control or possessive here. Yeah, they want to fulfill a fantasy by keeping you around, but also keeping, I feel like, other everything else around with the sex shop. Yeah, they like to sleep around. They like to fulfill fantasies here. Hmm. They thought by using sex as they use that as kind of like as a weapon or to throw their weight around, if you will, under fulfilling a fantasy here. And they thought that they were going to do that with you here. Okay, give me one more into fulfilling the fantasy under scarcity tactics. Yeah, they in their head behind it because it did not work. I'm telling you. What they thought it was going to work. That's why they in their head. They stressed the hell out trying to figure out why it did not work for you, divine feminines. Divine masculines, why you ain't bite on it. They normally do this scarcity tactics. They normally do this. They got a bad reputation of doing it, starting stuff and stopping things. And if you don't do what they want, then they create like this ego, driven type of tantrum here. They will withhold from you on purpose to get you to do what they want here or something like that. Wow. But it didn't work with you. This is why they're in their head because they thought they were going to be able to fulfill this fantasy with you. Bad reputation with police in reverse. Hmm. I felt like for a group of you, yeah, police is somehow going to be involved, but it came in reverse. I felt like this person you didn't know maybe had a bad reputation. Hmm. Let's see here. Tell me about bad reputation in police in reverse. Somebody said, I don't want to hear it. I feel like maybe a police may reach out and you be like, I don't got nothing to do with it. Like you have nothing to do with this person's bad reputation. I felt like somebody may try to tie you to their bad reputation of how they carry on their business or something like that. I feel like some scamming energy here or something like that. Some money might be involved here or something like that. Yeah. Tell me about this bad reputation here in police in reverse. What I said, scamming. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Scamming ass. Okay. Okay, feeling stuck, bored, lack self-discipline here. The Knight of Pentacles here in reverse. I'm telling you, yeah, they got a bad reputation here. They love to scam here. They don't believe in making, they take shortcuts when it comes to get into money or to the bag or something like that. Aries, Taurus energy here. I feel like they've done this before here. Whatever that they have a reputation of, police have been involved at some point in time here. Anytime this person feels stuck financially, they will resort into doing, I feel like, anything for money here. Yeah. Tell me about this Knight of Pentacles here in reverse. Yeah. They lack self-discipline here. This is where their ego comes out to play here. And they're willing to do anything for money here. Hmm. I feel like you had to release this type of energy here. You had to release this egotistical person here. Yeah, they like to work without. I felt like because they like to have like people do their work for them. They lazy. You've had to rid yourself from this type of person. This person has this type of reputation where they may start off like they are a noble and working hard and all of this, but in actuality, they burn out very quick. They're very impulsive here, and they lack self-discipline here. They will spend out of control, spend money out of control, spend your money out of control. Again, because they lack that self-discipline, that's why sex shop came out in reverse here. I felt like for a group of you, they're in their head because they see that you've released them. You've released the pain that's associated with them. You've recovered and moved on to the damn Three of Swords here. Yeah, you moved on from them. I felt like this person was messing around and sleeping around with other people that felt like they had more than you or something like that when it comes to money. I felt like this person was very 3D based and very immature here. What else we got to the Three of Swords? Yeah. Wow, you could be seeing 3-3. I got the Three of Swords here in reverse to the Three of Cups here. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, Libra energy here. And I feel like for a group of you, you are celebrating right now. You're in a celebratory type of mood. You have like new friendships. You have creativity buzzing right now. You have a community that you are actually building here. And it's through you healing here, guys. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. So you've actually started to let things go, moving on from this person. You ran away, you declared game over as you started to heal here with the Three of Swords energy. You start to heal from this Knight of Pentacles energy in reverse. Now you're celebrating, collaborating with people. Your creativity's popping right about now. You're really focusing on moving forward here. 15 on the timer here. Yeah, you stop investing here. Seven of Pentacles here in reverse. What you did was you start celebrating the small wins, the big wins by yourself here, and you stop investing any time, any finances, any type of energy here or long-term vision here with this damn Knight of Pentacles. You fell all the way back here, okay, from investing here in distractions. I feel like for a group of you here, this person, this Knight of Pentacles here in reverse was a damn distraction. And once you stop investing into that distraction here, and you start celebrating who celebrates you here. Okay, ooh, I like that. Yeah, you fell all the way back here. The Hermit to the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You guys retreated here. After you left this person, you went into healing, but you went into a retreat mode. Yeah. You did some introspection here, contemplation here. You did some truth seeking here, guys. Meditation. This is what you had to go in hermit mode to pull all the way back. You pulled all of your pentacles, finances, energy, love, support. You pulled everything back from everyone and you went into a journey here, self-awakening, self-love journey here with the hermit. Yeah. You pulled back your energy here. You went into a hermit mode. You healed here. And then you pop back out with the damn Three of Wands. That's what I'm talking about. Three. Again, 333, guys. I got all wow. So not only did you release the pain that was associated with this ex who was damn near sex crazed or something like that, right? You released him, right? You moved on, right? You found your soul tribe. I felt like with the Three of Cups, you started to get out more. You started to heal. I felt like, well, you were with this person, this Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You might have stayed in the house a lot more or hidden or tucked away. And now you started to get out. Once you had started to heal to the Three of Swords in reverse, to the Three of Cups here, you started to heal and, you had to get out, get back out there in the game, if you will. Okay, yeah. You had to get back out there. Yeah, once you started to get back out there, you pull back your energy here. You stop investing time. You stop, waiting for this person's ego to get out of the way so they can come back and apologize. You just disappeared here to the Hermit. You disappeared. You had to do some soul searching. Like, why was you even connected to this person? Why did you love this person so much? Why did you allow this person? Yeah, all of those, woulda, coulda, shouldas, those whys, all of those came into play as you fell back here. And then with the Three of Wands, then you started to see a new light. Once you went into hermit mode and disconnected from everyone, people, places, and things that no longer serve you, some of y'all went on the internet. Y'all went cold turkey on the internet for a while and really sat down with yourself, started to read more, right? Journal more, getting out into nature more. Yeah, you start to have foresight here to the Three of Wands. I felt like you started to have that passion again here to create here. You guys are in your creative pursuit here, guys. Yeah. You guys are looking out into moving forward here. Wow. Because this person could not stop you here, even though they tried to. They tried to keep you stagnant here. You gained over on them. And then you went into isolation here, collective. You went in total isolation to work on yourself, to become a better version. See, when you were connected to this person, your foresight was not on point. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't foresee long-term vision, like your purpose here. You kind of stood still in that track here of your purpose. And that was back popping here. Once you disconnected from this person, once you fell back from this person. Yeah, once you stop investing with this person here, once you stop getting distracted by this person's ego. Yeah. And you let go. And you started to focus on yourself and you start to isolate and be by yourself here. Yeah, you empowered yourself. Yeah, your third eye started to become real clear. You start to able to get them damn downloads or something like that once you fell back from this person here. Congratulations on that. And look what you got. The damn Nine of Pentacles. Y'all, I can't make it up. Because you stayed focused. You're in the Nine of Pentacles here energy. You're self-made, you're self-sufficient here. You disconnected from this person and you started, some of y'all built your own businesses. You are entrepreneurs here. Okay. You living a lifestyle of luxury, or you're living the life that you so choose, that you saw yourself living here, collective. Yeah, you're enjoying the fruits of your labor here. You're getting rewarded here. Yeah. You have financial independence here, collective. You living your best life here. This is what you saw yourself as here. So for a group of you, you freed yourself. You could be seeing 99333 here. You basically freed yourself. You first saw yourself being very, very successful in your business here. Wow. And you did it. And you're doing it. And there's nothing that these people in the past that can stop you. 5 of Swords here in reverse here to the devil. Somebody was so obsessed of making your life so much difficult because you pulled your energy away from them, and that did not work here. You're still in the money. You're in the honey. Okay, it's just here. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for your reading. Please like, share, subscribe, comment below if this message just resonated. Till then, I'll check you later.